I'm Brian Fritz, along with my broadcast partner Dickerman. It's League-a-palooza.
We got all the guys from the different leagues battling it out until one winner is deemed and they get their very own live broadcast sponsored by their league.
We got the UOC, the UFF,
and of course, don't forget the guys from online MMA.
That's right, league action going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. It's all coming your way next year on the live broadcast, League-a-palooza. More League-a-palooza coming your way. 2 more fights coming up on the docket here as we continue on with this league action, Dickerman.
We got KayJayBarackus in our first match taking on David the Dog 93, a battle of a couple black belts with a lot of experience.
And then the second fight, another black belt in Evil 97 taking on Taz, a guy that is a master white belt.
Yes, Evil 97 coming in kind of late, taking place of J-Rod, who had some problems with his machine. So Evil 97 stepping up to represent the guys in the UFF.
And remember, all this league action, everybody fighting to see who will get their own sponsored broadcast coming up later in the month. 2 more fights coming your way next. League-a-palooza continues now.
Take a look at there. KayJayBarackus taking on David the Dog, and the numbers look pretty similar with the exception of KJ having very good submissions at 93.
And you pointed this out, or we were looking over the numbers earlier. Submission victories. You talk about a guy that's got 488 victories, 333 of them by submission.
Yes, so you can believe that KJ is probably going to want to put this fight on the ground, and when he gets to there, he's going to look to pull off something real pretty.
And here we go, David the Dog making his way down to the cage. Look at that impressive panda tattoo.
He's got rage next to a panda. It's a raging panda, and he represents the UFF. 316 all-time wins for him.
He's got a flaming hawk on his back, too.
It's a phoenix. He's got a phoenix rising from his... Well, yeah, he's got a phoenix. And there's KJ representing the UOC. Like we said, 487 wins, 333 of them via submission.
Look at the fight records between these two. Both very impressive so far. 488 and 133 for KJ. 316 and 178 for David the Dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We welcome you to the Rockstar Energy Drink Forum. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. With a background in kickboxing, fighting out of the United States, Big Daddy.
Was that Rambu Balboa?
And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a jiu-jitsu standout, fighting out of Australia, the Outlaw.
There's KJ. Like we said, he is the submission specialist.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
Big John McCarthy gets things underway. Here we go as we continue on with League-a-palooza. By the way, going into this one, UOC has a victory, UFF with a victory, WEFL 2 victories, online MMA yet to score a win. And all leagues get 8 fights. Whoever gets the most wins, they'll get their own sponsored broadcast coming up on January 26th, when we'll be joined in studio with special guest Stephen Quadros.
So not only do you get your own live broadcast, but you get it called by us along with special guests, the fight professor Stephen Quadros. Very exciting stuff. You see KJ there in the black and red. Like we said, he is the submission specialist. He is representing the UOC. And you got David the Dog from the UFF in the white, black, and purple.
So far, David the Dog has weight. Look at this. Gets a big takedown. Not exactly sure if he wants to fight down there, and he immediately recognizes that, stands back up.
Yeah, he landed in side control. He says, no, I'm just going to go ahead and stand back up here.
And that tells you something. When a guy has that kind of a position, still says, not where I want to be, I want to stand up. But he's looked good so far standing up. He's had the better of the fight so far.
When you're a guy like KJ with submissions like he's got 333 all-time submissions, you know that guy has got some tricks from the bottom.
And look at this. He's got David the Dog down on the ground exactly where he wants him and holds him in that position.
He's going to look to pass his guard right here. He's going to stand up, try and weaken him a little bit, look to pass the guard. He stands up, going to rain down some blows.
A nice up kick there.
Though, yeah.
Eats another one.
3 of them.
Might want to defend that every now and then.
Yeah.
Look at this, going to work on the body there with some hooks.
They're looking for a heel hook right here. He's got the heel hook. He is working it.
Look at that, man.
Tremendous amount of pressure on the leg and the
He's got
knee
that
there.
tight. He's almost got him submitted a couple times there. I don't know if David the Dog's going to be able to hold on.
Heel hook, probably the nastiest submission there is in mixed martial arts. It can tear your knee to shreds.
Man, he has got this in deep.
Like we talked about, KJ, a submission specialist, looking for the knee. He's got it. He's got it. It's it.
That's it. He's going to make him tap out right there. That's it.
The heel
KJ
hook.
coming through. We knew this man was a submission specialist. He lives up to the name, gets the tap out victory.
Absolutely. He waited for that opening. He found it with the heel hook and took it immediately. Beautifully done. Work that hold, and boy, that just tears your knee up.
It took him a minute or so to get him down on the ground, but once he got him down in that position, he took advantage of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by way of submission, the Outlaw.
There you go, KJ with the win, so he adds a win to UOC, puts another notch in their column. 2 wins for those guys now.
They needed that win right there. They want to take advantage over the UFF, and 2 victories, most right now by any league so far. With UOC has it, WEFL has it as well. But look at the numbers from this fight right here. David the Dog actually landing more strikes. The difference, though, was once the fight got down the ground, that's exactly where KJ wanted it.
Yep, exactly where he wanted it. You know, he had some trouble on the feet. He took some shots. He ate some up kicks, but he got it on the ground, and he got that heel hook and finished the fight, and that's pretty much all that matters. You know, it doesn't matter the stats when you get the submission and you get the victory. That's what you need.
We saw the numbers going into this fight when it comes to his skills down on the ground, and, man, you literally lived up to it. I mean, just totally took advantage of that position. And now we get into the second fight of the night. Evil 97 taking on Taz. Evil representing the UFF.
And they need a win. They need a win here. They are down in the win column. They've got a single win so far, so they're looking for Evil to pull off a big win here.
Yeah, talking about needing a win. Taz needs one as he's representing Online MMA, who have yet to score a victory so far here in this tournament.
Yeah, I guess they actually need to win even more. So there you go. Taz is a master white belt. Evil sporting the black belt. So should be a pretty even matchup. Should be a fun matchup as well.
Without a doubt. And Taz, a guy that likes to knock out opponents. He's got 523 victories either by KO or TKO.
Let's get it on!
He showcases his fancy footwork, but he gets tagged with that overhead punch. He was looking for the knockout with that punch.
Man, it's amazing how much power is generated from that punch.
He connects with a knee to the body. He's on top of him now. Nawara lands a punch. He catches him with that punch. He has his back, and really, he has so many options from here. Of course, option number 1 is usually that rear naked choke.
That one was really shaking.
Oh, my goodness, what a knockout! What a punch! He just handed him his lunch! Let's take a look at our second action from the previous stanza. For the official decision, here's our announcer for the evening.
Winner by way of knockout and the new light heavyweight champion, Oswego Mayhem Nawara.
Look at some of the numbers here between these two. Look at that impressive record by both guys, especially when it comes to Taz, 670 victories, but over there in Evil, only 66 losses.
Yeah, with 378 wins, he's high across the board. Good submissions, good ground, good health. So this should be a good matchup between these two guys. But if you got to pick an advantage for Evil, that's going to be on the ground for a submission.
Sambo fighter against a brawler. You're talking about a black belt against a master white belt. Two evenly matched guys.
Like we said, Evil is a stand-in for J-Rod, who got the red ring.
Ooh.
You never want to see the red ring. J-Rod got the R-Rod, the red ring of death.
And take a look at Taz, who gets ready to come down to the cage here. Representing online MMA, desperately in need of a victory.
They need their first one here, that is for sure. The late replacement there, that is Evil coming on down.
Doesn't look that evil. He's got a nice grin on his face.
He looks kind of friendly for a guy named Evil. Well, those are the guys that get you, actually. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. They trick you. Most evil of all.
Here's the records once again. Like we said, look at the record on Evil. Only 66 losses. And then, but the overall experience factor goes to Taz.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We welcome you to the Rockstar Energy Drink Forum. This fight is scheduled 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a brawler. Fighting out of the United States, Blake, the Chosen One, Thomas.
That fighter spent some time in the tattoo parlor, that is for sure.
That's what happens when you fall asleep and somebody's ready to put some ink on you.
And now,
put some ink on it.
introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Samboist, fighting out of the United States, Eddie Stone.
AKA Evil 97.
He looks like the kind of guy that just at any moment's notice, his eyes could turn red.
Are you ready?
He's gonna go. That's
Are
why he's
you
called
ready?
Evil.
Let's get it on.
And here we go. We continue on with League-a-palooza. UFF fighter taking on online MMA as Evil taking on Taz.
Online MMA, that is Taz. They need their first win here, so he is desperately looking for a victory. If they get the victory there, they're tied up right there with the UFF, so they're absolutely in the game.
Taz, a brawler here. Let's see if he wants to keep this fight standing up.
We've seen Taz in the live broadcast before. Good fighter.
Talking about a guy that, like I said, he's got over 500 of his victories by either KO or TK. Who's got the experience factor here, but when you look at Evil, a guy that, you know, a black belt and a very good fighter with only 66 losses on his record.
Yeah, when you get that few losses and that many wins, that means you've been doing something right in the game for sure. You see Taz stuff that takedown right there, keeping it on the feet.
He's willing to stand there. He's pretty flat-footed, though. Maybe he wants to get a little bit more bounce in his step.
Nobody's really got a discernible advantage. Here we go, almost a minute into the fight. Just kind of feeling each other out so far.
Nice couple shots there by Evil. Kind of mixing up the levels, going down to the body, then going to the head.
Evil sporting the white and blue, Taz in the orange and black. Evil looking for a clinch, does not get it.
Evil a little bit more active here.
Something's big's gonna happen here in a minute. Somebody's gonna nail a big shot.
Well, we'll see if anybody goes for anything kind of big. Like you said, both guys still kind of feeling each other out. Not just trying to mix it up with some jabs, not going for anything too crazy, too wild here, trying to leave themselves open for a shot.
Nice kick by Evil there to the body. Taz kind of just seems like he's trying to figure out what Evil's doing right now. Evil hits a couple good shots there.
Taz right now, he's kind of squatted down a couple of times trying to avoid some shots, but lands a nice kick to the midsection there before Evil fires back.
These leagues, it's a big deal to get the live broadcast for your league. I understand that we had a lot of guys jump in and join different leagues after hearing the opportunity to be on the live broadcast and get your own live broadcast if your league is victorious. And the addition to the fight professor Stephen Quadros just makes it that much better. Nice foot stomp there by Taz.
Preston's hanging out right now in the chat room, EASportsMMA.com. If you're not in there, get in that room right now. A nice takedown there by Evil.
course, Stephen Quadros now with the Strike Force organization, doing those broadcasts for years. We saw him as the team with Boss Rutan, and there, look, Evil's got full mount there.
He's got a dominant position. Let's see if he can take advantage of that. Can he sit up on it?
Oh, Taz trying to get him back into half guard, did not get it. Evil able to maintain that mount position.
He's holding that. Oh, we got him back in guard.
Taz is able to pop him back in half guard there. Looking for the full guard, does not get it, remains in half guard.
Good job by Taz here defending this position against Evil.
You see that mount position can be devastating for certain fighters. You get a guy on top of you that has big power, he will put you out in 2 or 3 punches.
That's the one thing we haven't seen so far. Either guy really having a power advantage over one another.
No, not at all yet. You haven't been able to discern who's got the bigger shot as of yet. Nobody's been stunned. Nobody's been hurt too bad. Evil's had a pretty good game plan here, though, thus far. He's just kind of up on top, doing little pitter-patter punches until he can open up something here on Taz.
Yeah, see if he can advance, and he's got full mount again.
Back to full mount once again. Can he rain down some blows, or is Taz going to get him back into that guard position again?
Taz doing a good job defending and holding him down against his body here. Won't let him sit up and back to full guard.
Nicely done. Well timed by Taz. Because you got to time that just right. As you do in a real fight, you get a guy that mounts you. If he wants to stay on top and he doesn't want to work, he will stay mounted on you until you can either create an opening or he leaves you an opening.
Down to 90 seconds here in the first round.
Taz on top, happy to, our Evil on top, happy to just work away on Taz.
It's been a good round so far, especially for Evil. While he hasn't done a lot of damage, he's been in control.
Taz gets a turn, though, and he finally gets an opening here, and he stands right back up. I thought he might hang out on the bottom for a little while, try and do some damage, but he's more than happy to stand back up to the feet. I'm not sure that was the best move for him, though.
Evil opening up here a little bit as we're at the 1 minute mark here, round 1.
Taz just can't seem to really get anything going thus far against Evil.
Look at that. Evil looking for another takedown. Pushes him up against the cage. He's got double underhooks.
Taz able to fight it off, swim out, get back out to the outside. Front kick blocked by Taz.
Like you said, Taz still trying to kind of find himself and goes to the body there, lands a couple shots.
You want to jump in the chat, feel free. The chat is going on right now. Preston in there chatting away. EASportsMMA.com.
Look at that. Good job again by Evil. Pushed him up against the cage. Taz gets out of it. 30 seconds left to go here in the first round.
Front kick there by Taz. Looking to work the body a little bit. He's got to find out something to do here with Evil. What he's been doing thus far, it really hasn't been working too well for him.
Well, he's trying to stay a little bit more active. Lands a nice left there.
Big shot.
Look at that. Being a little bit more active, and I think that's what he needs to do here. Throw more punches. Final 10 seconds here.
Taz had a little trouble finding his range thus far in the fight.
Picked it up there a little bit here at the end of the first round, but I think when you look overall at the action so far, the first 5 minutes, I think you'd have to give that first round to Evil.
Yeah, it seems like, Taz was just kind of confused as to what to do with Evil, how to find his range, and what shots are going to work with him. But, Taz, being a master white belt, he's seen a lot in the game, so he may come out in round 2 and have a better game plan.
Neither guy really wanted to go for anything too big right now. The victory is so important right here in this league action. Like we said, the UFF has got 1 victory. Online MMA has no victories, so Taz really needs to get his league on the board here. And meanwhile, you've got Evil, who's trying to even things up with the UOC and the WEFL. Both those leagues already have 2 victories.
See if round 2 spells a different game plan for Taz as he comes out, touch of the gloves here between the 2 men. Or will Evil continue to dominate this matchup?
And you can see Evil immediately. I think he wants to take this fight back down to the ground. Taz is the guy that probably wants to keep it standing up. And I think at the end of the first round, maybe starting to find his range, starting to find what he wanted to do. He got a little bit busier with his punches.
Looking here again, Taz still, he's connecting with some of the shots, but a lot of them are missing. Range has been a little bit of an issue thus far for him. Connects there nicely on Evil.
Nice little left hook there by Evil, and once again looked like he was going to try a takedown before Taz pushed him off.
Taz pushes him off as he goes for that double underhook there. Taz having none of it.
And neither of these guys, it looks like, have big power. It looks like they're going to have to put together a combination to really do some damage to their opponent.
Absolutely. Again, these guys, they're fighting for the league, for the opportunity for their very own live broadcast for their league and their league alone. That's going to be on the 26th, and our special guest that night, the fight professor Stephen Quadros from Strikeforce, will be joining us. I'm looking forward to that. I've been watching Quadros for years, as you have as well, Fritz.
Should be great to get his insight on the broadcast. And for everybody that's going to be taking part in it, I mean, for that league, to be able to have Stephen Quadros calling the action that night.
Very exciting.
Look at that little body work there by Evil. Tries to get him clinch, and Taz shoves him off again.
Once again, Taz shoves him off. He wants to keep this thing on the feet.
Good kick to the midsection there by Taz. Evil fires back with a little 1-2 combo.
Once again, neither guy really seems to have a discernible advantage thus far into the fight. You know, we would say Evil took the first round, but it was close. Second round, kind of just back and forth. Waiting for a big shot, something major to happen here between these two guys.
And the one thing you can notice right there, looks like Taz was getting a little bit more active with his kicks. He did a little bit of damage to the head, and we'll see if he continues that, rather than just going with the punches. The one thing that he's not along right now is a takedown, because Evil's tried that multiple times here, and Taz will have none of it.
Taz having none of it. He's got the front position. He stands right back up.
Almost at the midway mark here in round number 2 between Evil and Taz. Taz in the orange and black trunks, Evil in the blue and white.
Trying to figure out what's going on with some of Taz's tattoos there.
Good luck trying to figure that out.
Like
that is a maze.
Just below his chest, it just looks like somebody threw up on him. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if he got some blood on there or if somebody just threw up on him, but it's just a big splotch.
Yeah,
maybe it's a birthmark. I'm not sure if that's an option when you create your fighters, but that's kind of what it looks like.
That'd be one heck of a birthmark.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Good work there with the kicks. And like I said, look at Taz's. Maybe he's found something there a little bit with the kicks.
Why is it called a birthmark anyhow? You don't get it when you're born, do you?
Yes.
Why do you get a brown spot when you're born?
I have no idea. It's just genetics.
I'm looking it up. Well, I would think you'd already have it then.
You don't have any birthmarks?
Well, no, I got birthmarks. I'm just saying, why would you get them when you were born if you didn't just already have them from when you were inside?
You're asking the wrong guy. Maybe we should ask the fight professor.
Oh, look, there
Taz
we
finally
go.
got him in trouble. See if he can do some more damage. I mean, finally somebody has been stunned in this fight, but Taz wants to stand it back up.
I think Taz might have been offended. We were talking about his birthmark and just started firing away and taking it out on Evil.
I do think he found some with those kicks, though, because he's gotten a lot more active in throwing his feet around.
Taking a step back is Taz. Evil coming forward, looking to try and even this thing back up. Taz should have the distinct advantage thus far. A little foot stomp there by Evil. Nice to see that.
You have to wonder if Evil's getting a little frustrated here because he's tried the takedown so many times, and instead it's Taz getting the big takedown.
Taz gets a big takedown on the ground. Evil gets the turn, though, and now he's on top. Taz looking to turn himself, but Evil takes that advantage and gets the full mounts.
This is the third time in the fight he's gotten full mount. He hasn't been able to really take advantage of this position so far. He hasn't been able to sit up, and Taz has done a great job in defending that.
And he does it again, puts him back into half guard with a minute left to go in the round. Taz gets him back into full guard.
This is going to be a difficult round to judge. I think so far it has to go to Taz because he stunned him, but, you know, he's landed his fair share of shots early on.
He had the mount position, but now Taz has turned it around, has the mount himself. Now he's going to look to rain down some blows. He's got 46 seconds to try and do something here.
And Taz has done a good job. He's busted up Evil here a little bit. You can see the blood on the mat and the blood on his arms.
Taz has got to break this hold, posture up, and go ahead and rain down some blows. He's got 30 seconds. He could finish this fight right here.
He could. He's got to be able to sit up, like you said. Got to be able to posture up and be able to land some big shots, and so far Evil's not allowing him to do that and goes into half guard here.
Evil does a good job of getting him back to half guard, looking to remain back into full guard. Does not get it. Taz continues on top in half guard, looking to pass right now. Does not get the pass. 17 seconds to go.
He's holding on this position. Some nice knees to the body there, trying to wear him down. 10-second mark here. Second round, final seconds. Good round here by Taz.
Got to think going into round 3, it's even so far between these two rounds.
Without a doubt, it looked like Evil took that first round, but Taz found something there and was able to take advantage of that second round. And he was able to land some big shots. Got a nice big takedown there, as you can see. Good kick at it. So one time he stunned him.
You got to think it's a round apiece so far. Round 3 is going to decide this fight between these two guys. There we go. She lets us know we are heading into round 3. Thank you for that.
appreciate it.
What would we do without ring girls? How would we know what round we were going into?
I have no idea.
They're a great addition to the sport.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the game plans are coming out here because
Look at that
Evil,
thing. Look at that.
Are
That's
you
a
ready?
birthmark.
Are
you might be
ready?
right.
Let's get it on.
But Evil has tried to get the takedown on so many different occasions, just has not been successful with it. Taz done a good job of being able to stuffing it so far, and then he found something with his range there with his kicks in that round, was able to do some punishment.
They come out trading. A couple jabs there by Evil.
See if Evil's a little bit more active in this round. I think he was a little bit more laid back and let Taz take the fight to him.
It's time to go for broke at this point. You're even in the fight.
And both guys desperately need a victory for their league.
Yeah, absolutely. Taz needs this win to get online MMA on the board. Of course, Evil wants to get UFF up with everybody else. They've already got one win. They're looking for two like everybody else. Of course, MMA, they want to get their first win here. Desperately.
You know, while both guys are a little bit more active, you don't see anybody going for any real crazy shots. You don't see them doing anything that's too wild that leaves themselves open in a vulnerable position.
No, not at all. You see Taz look to keep this on the feet. Again, Evil looking for that takedown, not able to get it. Taz doing a great job of sprawling and standing right back up. But now he may be in a bit of trouble.
Now, you got to give Evil credit at least for trying to get the takedowns. You know, he's very persistent about it, but at some point, do you have to say, you know what, just not working for me and I need to try something else?
Yeah, abandon that strategy, but you know, when you got something in mind, it's kind of hard to get away from sometimes. What he's going to have to do is wait for Taz to throw a big shot and take his legs out from underneath him. We've seen it so many times in the game. The guy plants his feet, he goes for a big shot, and the other guy gets a takedown. It's a matter of timing.
Yeah, Evil landed a nice little bulk of shots there. I don't know how much damage he really did, but you know what? Garner those numbers up on the scorecards. And oh, a huge shot there by Taz. He's got Evil in a lot of trouble here. Can he finish the fight?
Not able to finish it, but that is a big, big knockdown for Taz as we're even here in round 3. This could be the position that wins the fight for Taz if he's able to continue dominating this round. This is the round that's going to decide the fight. That's the bottom line.
Without a doubt. Looked like Evil was in control of the round up until that point, but a good knockdown there by Taz as we approach the 3-minute mark here in round number 3.
So now Taz has to play a game of safety, but continue to be busy as well if he wants to take this fight.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if you really want to be too laid back because, you know what, you don't want to leave the decision in the hands of the judges, you know, where it could be open to interpretation.
Oh,
he's got another knockdown
shot
here. Oh, let's see. Now he's raining down some big shots. Evil's going to hold on again, but a second knockdown in this round by Taz.
Nice survival by Evil. Evil goes in for a little trip sweep. He does not get it.
That really puts him in a dominant position here.
Absolutely. Taz just has to be careful not to get himself submitted or knocked out here, and he's got this thing in the bag. But with 2.5 minutes left to go, anything can still happen here in this fight.
That's the one thing. Do you really want to be laid back? Do you really want to try to play the keep-away game? Or do you want to continue to take the fight to your opponent and try to get that knockout?
You never know. You know, we've seen it so many times in fights. You know, one guy's winning the fight, and, you know, 10 seconds left to go in the final round, and he gets caught in something, whether he gets knocked out or submitted. It can happen in real life. It can happen right here in EA Sports MMA as well.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes that one shot, that one big punch, that one big kick, and that's all you need to get a victory. But Taz fighting back. Look at those nice kicks there. Evil, once again, trying to get that takedown, and it's just not going to happen.
Not even getting close. Taz at this point doesn't even have to sprawl to block those takedowns. He's just stepping back and pushing away.
Under 2 minutes left to go here in the third round.
Taz really becoming dominant here in the third round. He had a hard time finding his range in the first round. Things started coming to him for the second round and third round. He's looked very good.
And he's doing a good job of avoiding some of these punches.
Evil trying to stay in the game there here, though.
He is, but he might have to go for broke here at this point, and he really probably needs to, you know, try to go for a big shot, whether it be a punch or a kick, maybe even something wild, just something out of the blue that he can land that can really kind of change this fight up.
Yeah, I don't think the takedown's going to get him where he needs to go. Maybe he's thinking submission, maybe he's thinking something from the bottom, but it's just not going to work for him at this part because Taz is doing a great job of defending those takedowns, sprawling away, standing up, and getting back on the feet and punching. Look at the blood. It is just everywhere.
Yeah, look at the white trunks there of Evil. They're just splattered with his blood.
Taz's tattoos are more hideous looking than ever with the blood all over.
I can't tell where the birthmark begins and the blood ends.
Yeah, exactly. 1 minute to go here. You got to believe this is Taz's fight right now.
Abel, the stamina level is way down, and he's susceptible to a big takedown right there.
Big exclamation point right there from Taz. He gets a big slam takedown straight to full mount. He's going to rain down some punches. He could finish this thing.
He wants to score a knockout victory. He's looking to take this fight home and not leave it in the hand of the judges.
40 seconds left to go. Taz is full mount on top of Evil. Things not looking good for Evil here.
He is landing some big shots there.
Evil just covering up, trying to survive here, trying to figure something out, giving up his back.
Taz is going to stay active here. Let's see if he can roll it over. He's going to be content with this position.
Evil's going to look to jump out the back door here, which he's trying.
20 seconds left to go here in the third round.
Taz flattens him back out, back to full mount here. Looks like this fight's going to end in this position, and you got to believe Taz is going to get the victory here. Evil looked great in round 1, but 2 and 3, it was all Taz.
Look at Taz finishing up this fight strong. He's going to take a W home for his league right here.
Well, we are throwing it to the judges, so you never really do know what happens.
Yeah, but this would be a robbery if the online MMA does not get their first victory here at League-a-palooza.
Good fight, good back and forth fight by both guys. Evil looked good, Taz looked good, but it really seemed like Taz turned it on in round number 3.
As this fight went on, Taz really found his range and took the fight to Evil here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision, Blake, the chosen one, Thomas.
And Taz gets the first big win on the scoreboard for online MMA, so those guys are in the game now.
It's funny because early on, Evil really looked like he took that first round. But as the fight went on, Taz just got more and more impressive. And you know what? Look at the judges' scorecards. 29-28 for 2 judges. 29-26 on one of the judges' scorecards.
I wonder who that judge is.
That was a 10-8 third round.
Very impressive.
But look at the shots overall. 177 strikes, 120 of those by punches. Fight went on longer. Taz found his range. I really think he changed up his game plan in the second round. Started to utilize a lot more kicks. And was able to take advantage of that, and then finally able to get the fight down on the ground and got a couple knockdowns there in the third round.
Talked about that experience with the Master White Belt. That is what did it for Taz. He used that experience to come out in round 2 and 3 and win this fight.
That first fight of the night here, or first fight earlier on, KJ getting the submission victory, locking in that heel hook and giving UOC a big W.
Absolutely. Then Taz gets the big win in the end. So everybody's looking real good as we continue the fights here for the League-a-palooza.
By the way, standings right now, UOC 2 victories, WEFL has a couple of victories as well. UFF has 1, as does online MMA. We've got more fights coming up your way. Don't forget to join us here in just a short while as we continue on here. More fights coming up here, League-a-palooza on the live broadcast of EA Sports MMA.